Hi there, it's your boy Michael Harding. Please like, subscribe, tag, or share. So this is another book review. Today's review, sorry, struggling to get my words out of my mouth, is a review of the book Purple Cow by Seth Godin. It's taken me a while to review this one. I don't know why, because it's one of the easiest, quickest books I've ever read in my life. It's probably like 100 pages, 200 pages. Well, okay, there's a big difference between 100 and 200. Well, 150 pages. Really easy to read, like a lesson on each page kind of book. So this book is a must read for any entrepreneurs that are wanting to take their market segment by storm. So in a world where, conventional just won't do, the modern world forces you to have a standout, unique selling point. And that's not just that you're cheaper than your competition, because that's what everyone's doing. This book is similar to Blue Ocean in terms of pushing forward outside the box, turn left, and then go under or over your competition thinking. We now live in a world where word of mouth and marketing have kind of merged together, and the biggest companies and brands are true masters, especially in the world of fashion and politics, it seems. It's just about getting people talking and directing that traffic to your website or whatever brand it is that you have. For example, Balenciaga with the ugly triple S shoes. Everyone in the world talks about them. The Kardashians are absolute masters of this. Kanye West is a master of it. Donald Trump is a master of this. Drake is a master of this. Anyone you're looking at now that is doing really, really well is just is an artist at manipulating word of mouth. That have realized that word of mouth now is marketing, but it's just about how you combine the two together. So why a purple cow? Why is it called a purple cow? Because this is a metaphor for what would happen. So say, for example, if you're driving along a motorway and then you stopped at a service station and there's loads of cows, but then there was one purple cow in the field, what would you do? There is no way that you wouldn't mention it to somebody else. There's no way in the car journey you wouldn't talk about it. There's no way in the next week, month, year you wouldn't mention that you saw a purple cow. You'd more than likely take a picture, put it up on your social media and tell people. So this is an example of what modern marketing is kind of turning into. It's about being outlandish, being different, and making people want to share your story. So this is what brands and products need to do in the 21st century, as it's no good just being better or being cheaper or having better quality or la 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 la. You must have something that makes people talk and share you as a brand, why you as a brand or your company or your product is different. So the biggest and best quote that I've got from this book is, why not? Because not taking risks is riskier than taking risks. Now that is so true. I'm going to say that again. Not taking risks is riskier than taking risks. So true. It takes a while to get, but once you get it, you get it. So this book is a book of simple lessons and real life examples on each page, like discussing the rise of the VW Beetle. How did it sell? It sold itself by looking different from other cars and other shapes of cars at that time, causing people to talk, which was therefore its marketing. Another chapter discussed how would you be different from your competitors if you were in the business of selling lifts. You'd have to be pretty good at thinking outside the box for that. So here's my top takeaways from this book. You'll probably want to make notes of these. I'm going to leave comments or notes of this in the comment section. So start by making a simple consumer wish list. Are there any gaps you could fill between what people want and what they're getting today in your market segment? Think about the current leader in your market. If you could change just one thing about it in order to make it more remarkable, what would it be? Make a list of competitors who are not trying to be all things to all people. Can you find another underserved niche to target? Make two lists. One of the top reasons to recommend products in your market and another of the top reasons why people don't recommend products in your market. Can you spot any opportunities? Packaging can make a product, and remarkable packaging can make a product remarkable. Think about remarkable packaging. What can you do to make your packaging remarkable and stand out from the rest? If you're going to make a parody or a spoof video of someone who's going to take the piss out of your product, what would it look like? What would they be teasing you about? This might give you a clue about what needs to be worked on or the niche. So continuing on, What would you do if you want to make a collectible version of your product? Remember that convenience is king. This is why the iPhone is one of the best selling phones on the planet. It's not that it's the best phone, it's just convenient for people to be able to have what's on their phone on their laptop, and then people don't leave, even though they can sync up on their Samsung or Android device. They just feel that it's a hassle to do that, so people just don't leave. So remember that convenience is king. What could you do to make buying, using, consuming, or disposing of your product easier? Who currently makes the most remarkable products in your industry? What would they do if they're in your shoes to make your product more remarkable? Now, imagine you're the most loyal customer advocate. What could you do to make your customers rave even more about your product? The loyal ones especially. Remarkable products are often controversial and outrageous. What would a really controversial or outrageous version of your product look like? So one thing you need to at least experiment with in terms of your imagination. You don't necessarily have to put this into production or put it out to market, but really explore the limits of what would the cheapest version of your product look like, what the most expensive, the biggest, the smallest, the fastest, the slowest, the newest, the oldest, the recycled version of your product look like. So finally, imagine you are someone who loves taking risks. What's the one really risky thing you would do to make your product better? And finally, there's an alarm going off just to ruin this little video, but I'm going to carry on anyway. Advertising is dead, but sharing is caring. So therefore, TV advertising, radio advertising, these forms are dying out. They're a complete waste of time in the next 5-10 years. Why? Because kids don't listen to radio. 18 to 25-year-olds, most of the time your target audience isn't going to be connected to the traditional ways of advertising, for example, billboards. Don't even get me started. So Instagram and Twitter and Facebook are very alive. They are word of mouth. This is marketing at the same time. So this is where the two platforms have merged together, word of mouth and marketing, social media marketing. So TV is as seen on TV is now as seen on Instagram. So I've got 5 copies of this book. Please like, subscribe, share this video. If you want a copy of this book, just tag someone and let me know that you want a copy of this book. And I'll be happy to send you. I've only got 5 copies, by the way. So thank you very much for watching this video. And like I said,